SCPMG has made language concordance a priority because SCPMG realizes that when a physician can speak the same language as the member, it increases patient satisfaction, it increases physician satisfaction, and it even reduces healthcare disparities. You know, what makes Cudahy unique is we in Southern California stand out as the richest resource of Spanish-speaking members here and Spanish-speaking staff. As a physician, I understand what it is in the Spanish language that physicians actually need to know. There's a limited vocabulary, there's a limited set of verb tenses that they need to know. So we created the K-Pasa Cudahy Spanish Immersion Program. And, you know, surprise, I'm not Mexican, I'm not Latino, but that actually I think is one of the things that makes the program unique. Even though I'm not a native Spanish speaker, as somebody who has gone through the struggle, starting out as a beginner Spanish speaker and then advancing in my levels, I understand how the English-speaking mind works and how we understand language. And so I believe that that gives me a unique perspective on teaching. And then again, because I'm a physician, I do know what it is that physicians need to actually say in a clinic visit and what they don't need to say.
I feel that learning is really fun. I think a lot of us as physicians are good at learning or used to learning, and it had been a while since I've been in a classroom situation. So I was really excited to do that part. And because the classes are a little smaller, maybe at first it's a little intimidating, but you know, everybody's just there to learn, and it's a really fun environment.
I had a couple years of high school Spanish, and I think I ended up having to take a semester in college, which I did not pay attention to. And then I got to medical school and realized that a lot of patients spoke Spanish. So I've off and on tried to learn using Rosetta Stone. You know, I'm old enough that we used to just have cassette tapes. We'd play in the car, having little Spanish flashcards and all that, and it never really did much.
The program really helped just flesh out all the little weaknesses that I had in my medical Spanish, and then helped expand the vocabulary to specialties that I wasn't really familiar with.
What happened here is I just was introduced to the idea, or reintroduced to an appreciation of tense and, you know, gender assignment and how verbs were conjugated. I mean, so different than English, and really developed kind of an enjoyment of that. And Mike plants a seed of Spanish enjoyment that goes outside the class. I mean, from beyond the class.
I have to confess that even though I could pass the test before, there were lots of cases where I struggled with some basic vocabulary, and that made it a little bit harder to care for people. And after doing this, I'm just a lot more comfortable with you know, more things that you need to communicate about in general with someone who speaks Spanish, and it's helped a lot.
It's a 10-week course, which consists of 1 day a week for 10 weeks. And the physicians come on a half day, and they will join our Spanish class. That is half of their day. And then the other half of the day is working in Spanish clinic. And then I have created about 14 different lessons, which I call my Spanish soap cuts, which allows us to give a shortcut to the clinic visit or the soap note. And those soap cuts, or shortcuts as I call them, are incorporated every week using the same vocabulary and using the same 100 top clinic verbs that we teach week in and week out. I really think that what we teach in our Spanish course, the K-Pasa course, is language, of course. We're teaching verbs, we're teaching vocabulary, but our language infiltrates not only how we speak, but how we see the world, how we perceive things, how we deal with challenges. And so I really do feel that in the course, we not only talk about language, but we talk about culture. It's impossible to separate the two. And so I think the course is really a course that not only improves your Spanish, but it also can improve your ability to bridge that cultural gap and to maybe understand better where your patients are coming from.